First off, thank you for posting the thing about Halloween. My husband hates that I decorate our house for Halloween every year, and now I can say, hey, it's totally okay. A few weeks ago, I was sitting at home, and my phone buzzed. I had a text message from Pastor Nick, and I opened it up, and I read it, and he said, hey, can you do me a favor? And I thought, new member of the church, pastor's asking for a favor. I quickly replied yes, to which he responded, I want you to come to church on Sunday, October 20th, and tell the entire congregation why you and your family decided to join our church. Note to self, ask what the favor is before you agree to it. Here I am. Those of you that know our family know that we moved here from Iowa about a year ago, July, with our 2 girls. When we lived in Iowa, we were active members of an ELCA Lutheran church. After we were married and had our first child and realized the need to go to church as a family, I threw out ELCA Lutheran because I had been born, baptized, and confirmed in a Lutheran church, and Robert really was undecided when it came to a particular denomination, so we joined the one in our town. And after we moved here and got settled and adjusted to life with 3 children instead of 2, we decided we would look for a Lutheran church down here as well. Little did I know that wasn't going to be easy. One of the pastors at a church we visited told me that the ELCA Lutheran population of North Texas was just about or slightly under 1%. But being the tech-savvy gal that I am, I Googled ELCA churches of North Texas, and this wonderful website came up where I could enter my zip code and a mile radius I could complete a search in. So I entered everything, and I got this nice list of churches that were relatively close to our house. So Easter Sunday, we loaded the kids up in the car and headed over to the one that was closest to us. After the service, Robert and I talked, and he really liked it, but I wasn't quite feeling it. So the second Sunday, we loaded the kids up back into the car and went to church number 2 on the list. And afterwards, we talked again, and I really liked it, but he wasn't quite feeling it. I don't know what happened the third Sunday because we didn't go to church and we never visited the third church on the list, but the fourth Sunday, which was Mother's Day, I remember we loaded the kids up in the car and drove over to Southlake to check out Abiding Grace. Upon coming through the doors, we were welcomed by many people who saw that we had 3 children and said, hey, there's a nursery right over there if you want to use it. And those of you that know Lucy, our middle child, or have spent any amount of time with her, know that that's the best place for her to be during a quiet Sunday morning church service. So she ran in there and had a blast and still does every Sunday. And I don't remember what the occasion was that day, but there was a Costco cake on the back counter, and those of you that don't know our family should know that we love Costco cake. So that helped as well. I don't remember what Pastor Nick spoke about that day during sermon, but I remember one thing, and that was the feeling that I got as I sat through worship. And not only did I have that feeling, but so did Robert and so did Amelia. And I don't think we had even left the building that day, and we all looked at each other and kind of smiled and nodded our heads and said, yeah, we're going to come back here. So we came back the next Sunday, and the Sunday after that, the Sunday after that, and sometime over the summer months, I had an email from Pastor Nick saying, hey, if you really like the church, you can join. It's a simple process. All you have to do is fill out a form. And we did, but why? Well, that's what I want to share with you. The first thing is all of you. Look at your neighbors, the people in front of you, the people behind you. Your warmth and sincerity every Sunday when we walk through that door, welcoming us, it really meant a lot to us. Number 2, there doesn't appear to be a lot of conflict in this church. And if there is, y'all hide it really well. But we haven't picked up on any. And coming from a church in Iowa where there was a lot of internal conflict, this was very important, a nice change of pace. And third, and probably the most important to me, is this guy right here. I pulled him aside one Sunday evening after a men's softball game and told him, you brought me to tears today during your sermon. And it wasn't just, blotting the corners of your eyes. I had to get up and go to the women's restroom. But that wasn't the first time that had happened to me here in this church. I don't know if I'm a bad Lutheran or maybe I'm a normal Lutheran, but usually when sermon rolls around, if I'm not trying to keep my children quiet, I'm thinking about, what am I going to do when I get home? How many loads of laundry do I have to get done? What am I going to cook for dinner tonight? But not here. And I don't know if that's because how he was taught in seminary or if it's just his God-given talent and he's running with it. But when I get up on Sunday morning, I look forward to coming here and hearing what he has to say because I feel that no matter what's going on in my life, he is talking directly to me. I can relate to it, I can understand it, and I want to share it with people. And that, I feel, it's a blessing, it's a gift. Pastor Nick told me to keep it at 3 to 5 minutes, but there's a few other things that I really like about this church, so I'm going to keep going. Now I have to remember what they are. No, the first one is that as a family with 3 children and 2 parents who value their sleep, I like the fact that I can come to church at 10:30 in the morning and participate in a traditional service. I've spent the last 10 and a half years in Iowa going to church at 10:30 and sitting through a contemporary service, which I don't mind, but there was a lot that I missed about the traditional service, the hymns that we sing that I grew up with, and I really am thankful for that. Also, Lee and your musical gift with the choir, I love hearing you guys sing every Sunday, or at least what seems like every Sunday. I really appreciate it, and you guys do a beautiful job. And last but not least, Jane and the ladies that work in the nursery. Coming here every Sunday and seeing a warm, friendly welcome on your guys' faces, with our family being over 12 hours away, coming to church every Sunday and being welcomed as family, it's very touching to Robert and I, so thank you. I don't know when I'll get this opportunity again, but I just want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart and from Robert's for making the decision to join this church a very easy one. And the ladies that work in the nursery, if you're ever available on a Saturday night, give Robert and I a call.